So, you want to sell your house in this market? Keep watching. My name is Brianna Coleman. I am a real estate professional in Maryland, and today we're going to talk about selling your house in this current market. Is the market crashing? Are we all doomed? Is it a buyer's market? What is going on in this market, and how can you get your house sold? You really want to move, but you're not sure what to do. Here are some tips that you can take to have the best chances of getting your house sold. Tip number one is finding a good real estate agent that knows the market. One that can give you realistic expectations on what to expect during the process. Now that the market has shifted from a strong seller's market to a seller's market, the expectations and days on market may be a little different. The amount of offers that you may get will be a little different. It just depends on your specific market and what is going on. A good realtor will know exactly what you should expect, average days on market, average home price sales. They'll look at the price reductions, how often homes are selling for less than list price or over list price, and how your house stacks up against all those other houses. You want to make sure that your house is priced competitively. Sometimes it's best to create competition. All right, and we're off to our second tip to get your home sold quickly. Remove personal items. You want your house to be as neutral as possible. That means removing pictures, removing personal heirlooms, removing anything that would cause a buyer to walk in and see that you live there. Obviously, if there's beds and chairs and things like that, they know that somebody is actually living in the house. But you don't want them to come into the house and only see you and can't picture themselves in that house. You want a buyer to be able to walk into the house, look around, and start immediately picturing, oh, I can put this here, I can put that there. And if your furniture is too unique or too gaudy or too old or isn't modern or kind of neutral, you want to remove that furniture. Sometimes having an empty space is better than having a space that is, I would say, poorly staged or, has a bunch of furniture that's too big. Your goal is to appeal to as many people as possible, not just that one person that likes exactly the same kind of decor that you like. So if you have a bright, purple is my favorite color, but if you have a bright purple wall or a super, loud, bold colors, you want to paint over those colors white. Now, in the previous market, last year, the year before that, sellers were able to get away with a little bit more the last 2 years. In this market, you want to make sure you buckle down and make sure that the house is ready for the market. You don't want to put it on the market, take it off to then get it ready and then get it sold. And while you're removing things, make sure that you're not cooking anything that can smell offensive or anything that can cause a strong odor. You want to make sure you have plugins or something that kind of make the house and the whole experience of the home showing be really, really nice. You don't want to just cook fish and then you run out the house and then the buyer comes in and they're like, stinks in here. So you want everything to come together and really be nice and a really nice experience. You don't want to come in and smell, chopped liver or chitlins. For tip number 3, let's talk about landscaping. Landscaping is really important. It doesn't mean that you have to go out and start purchasing waterfall features or get huge rocks and all that. But whatever your home looks like now, even if you don't even have a flower bed, just make sure it's nice and manicured. You want to make sure the edges are trimmed, the grass is cut, the bushes are trimmed. The backyard looks good, cut, and everything is fresh. You don't want that to be an eyesore. You don't want weeds everywhere because, believe it or not, I can most of the time tell a house that is for foreclosure or is vacant just by looking at it. And you don't want your house to start looking like a foreclosed or a vacant home when it's on the market for sale. Or even if the house is vacant, you want to make sure, especially in the summertime, not so much in the winter, but that you're going in and cutting that grass. Just make sure that grass and the landscaping is cut and maintained throughout the time that it's on the market. Not just the first day or the first week. You want to make sure you keep going back if you don't live there and make sure that landscaping is up to par. Let's move on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to make sure you have some kind of list of upgrades or improvements that you've done to the property. This will help the real estate agent to market your property. This may set apart your house from some of the other homes. If you had a roof, that's huge. If you have a lot of times you can tell a new roof from the outside, but They may not be thinking that. If you've had a new roof, if you've replaced a faucet, if you've replaced flooring, if you've recently done any kind of upgrades since you've owned the home, even if it's not too recent, that could influence the sale of your house or make it stand out amongst other homes, maybe on your street or your neighborhood, and anything that can justify the price. You won't get money back for every single upgrade you do, but you definitely want to have that information in there to justify that you've got new appliances and anything new that you put into the house or any improvements that you made. You want to definitely add that into the information that your agent will put on your listing. Tip number 5 is market your objections. I actually got this gem from another realtor last year, I think. To market your objection means to simply put forth the reason why someone may not want your house. So say you live in a neighborhood where everybody lives on acre lots and yours is only a quarter acre. Your realtor can market it to say that the landscaping is perfect for someone who's not looking for a lot of grass to cut, the perfect amount of yard. You can put that information up front. You can market it towards those people who are looking to live in that area or live in that neighborhood, but they're not looking for a whole lot of grass. You want to put that objection up front. They want to see that house because you've already addressed the elephant in the room. Or say you have a house where the basement is unfinished. You don't just skip over the basement so that they see the whole house and then by the time they get to the basement, they're like, okay, this basement is not finished. Of course, they didn't show that in the pictures. You want to market that objection. You want to say, unfinished basement, you can do whatever you want. Let your imagination run wild. There's so many different options. You can even virtually stage the basement so that buyers can see what a finished basement would look like and what their plans could possibly look like in that basement. You could even provide a quote or estimate, anything to market that objection of the basement not being finished. And this market your objection could apply to anything. Of course, you don't want to make it like if you don't have a garage, there's not much you can do or market to supplement you not having a garage versus everyone else on your street having a garage. But when you have a unique home or a home that's unique to your area or your neighborhood, you definitely want to put that up front. And that concludes my video for today. I really hope that you home sellers out there have the best of luck selling your house, and you subscribe to my channel for more information on real estate, house selling, home design, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.